everybody. Welcome. Friday edition of Litter Media Live. Live on Facebook and now live on Litter Media Radio.
With ads and everything.
How about
all
that?
The sound.
So for those of you who've been wanting a reason to go to Litter Media Radio, maybe you're in your car listening in on the Bluetooth or whatever, now you can do it. Mike Smith, along with Aaron Glandon. Dan Ramey will be out and about with Litter Media Radio tonight with the Game of the Week. We'll tell you all about that here shortly. But Old Man Winter is stomping around in the neighborhood trying to make a case for visiting us this weekend. We did have a little bit of snow last night. I think most of the 1 to 2 inches, if you will, were north of I-70. Southern Ohio was more like a dusting and not too much on the roadways, which was great. For Friday, mostly cloudy skies. Our high, we've already seen it, 33. We're on the way down now. We'll be actually in the 20s by this afternoon. Windy as well. Wind gust of 26 miles per hour will make that wind chill a little worse. Saturday looks good. Sunshine and a high 27 with a nighttime low of 15. It's Sunday and Monday that we're concerned about. The National Weather Service has already issued a winter storm watch. And as we're doing this program live, they just came out a few minutes ago and said that will probably change to a winter storm warning for most of the area. Didn't say how much, within the next 24 to 30 hours. What we're currently talking about, and this has changed a number of times already, starting at about early Sunday afternoon through Monday afternoon, we could see anywhere from 5 to 7 inches of snow in central and southern Ohio. And if that wasn't bad enough, with it, there could be some periods of freezing rain. Yes, you heard that right, freezing rain. I think the snow would be better.
Yeah.
Because that ice is not good. But this is a fluid situation. It will probably change again in the next 10 hours or so. Keep looking at our littermedia.com news story, which talks about the first winter storm of 2025. We'll update with the latest weather information that we have. The 75% of the story is about how to drive in the snow. We always have to relearn this technique to winter driving when we have our first snow. So 75% of that story, that's what that's about. But at the top, we'll try to keep the most up-to-date information about what the Weather Service is forecasting. A lot to tell you about in relation to our daily topics and also some sports. All that coming up on Litter Media Live. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, they serve Ross and surrounding counties. They have a phone number that they provide us, 253-8389, so you can call for a free estimate. The big orange dumpster, whether you want it for a day, maybe a week or two. And in some cases, they'll even help load that dumpster. But the good news is, once it's full, they take it away. You don't have to mess with it anymore. Give Carl a call again for a free estimate. 253-8389, Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Mike and Aaron back with you on Litter Media Live. The Ohio Christian University Board of Trustees and the General Board of Trustees of the Churches of Christ and Christian Union have announced the selection of R.D. Saunders as the next president of Ohio Christian University in Circleville. Saunders spent 22 years as a pastor with churches in Ohio, Florida, and Georgia, but for the last 7 years, R.D. was the vice president of advancement for Equip Leadership and the Maxwell Leadership Foundation. And when I saw this story come up, I thought, I know this guy. His wife, Shelley, whose maiden name was Brown, she was our church secretary for a number of years.
Oh.
But this goes back 30, 40 years before she and R.D. Got married. I think I met R.D. Just before Shelley left us for another job. But congratulations to R.D. and Shelley on that new assignment at Ohio Christian University.
Chillicothe residents ready to take down their live Christmas trees can now drop them off for repurposing them as fish and wildlife habitats. Trees can be dropped off at the marked location in the City Park Annex through January 31st of this year. Live Christmas trees will also be picked up by the City of Chillicothe on the same day as your regular trash pickup. Just place your tree in your front yard now through January 24th. Remember, only live trees can be repurposed, and decorations in the stand must be removed.
United Way of Ross County is announcing their Dolly Parton's Imagination Library 2024 Impact Report. More than 2,900 Ross County children participated in the Imagination Library of Ohio. Just in, again, Ross County. All participating children receive a free age-appropriate book through the mail each month from birth to age 5, potentially building a library of 60 books per child. 2 area county fair queens from 2024 are among the finalists vying for Ohio Fair Queen. Among them were Fayette County's Amberly Serbiak and Fairfield County's Sophia Preston. I know Amberly has now been listed as one of the 5 finalists, and I think, the Sophia in Fairfield County, she did not make the final 5, but Amberly did for Fayette County, so we wish them well. I think the winner will be picked sometime Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
We want to introduce something new, and it's the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight, pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, if they play fetch or simply curl up and snuggle. We'll announce a new pet each week, and one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. To learn more, visit littermedia.com and click on Pet of the Week. There's no purchase necessary. Applications must be from Ohio residents at least 18 years old. Are you excited for this?
I know you've already tried to nominate your cat, but all employees are not eligible.
Right, which is sad. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources invites you to experience the breathtaking beauty of Hocking Hills State Park during the 59th annual Hocking Hills Winter Hike, scheduled for 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Saturday, January 18th. This cherished tradition offers an unforgettable 6-mile journey through one of Ohio's most scenic winter landscapes. Participants are encouraged to carpool due to limited parking at the visitor center. Overflow parking will be available at Hocking Hills Elementary School, with transportation provided back to the starting point at the hike's conclusion.
With the holidays over, Adena Mansion and Gardens is seeking volunteers to help with taking down holiday decorations on both January 6th and 7th. If you'd like to volunteer for that, call Paige Foraker at 772-1500. Remember, Adena Mansion and Gardens now under the auspices of the Ohio History Connection.
Pickaway County 4-H will have a sewing clinic for youth wanting to take a sewing project to the county fair this year. Learn more at go.osu.edu/Pickaway Sewing Clinic.
This topic came up with family the other day, not about this particular clinic, but sewing. Do you know how to sew?
I don't know how to sew.
I do not either. My wife sewed. I think her mother taught her. We have a sewing machine, but I cannot tell you the last time I've even seen it. I'm guessing that thing has not been used in maybe 30, 35 years.
My dad knows how to sew.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I think we live in a society today that if it wears out, you just throw it out and buy new.
Yeah.
The old days.
Clothes are, because you can get clothes for cheap.
Yeah. The old days of fixing it, that went away somewhere. That's a look at our daily topics. Sports coming up, including a winner in the Sugar Bowl last night. Details coming up. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We say thank you. We've got heat in our building. And that's important when it's like in the teens.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. They service things that we have done here at Litter Media, and we're thankful for that. And they'd like to be your heating, cooling, and plumbing experts. Give them a call. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down.
Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
We have a lot of people watching right now.
How many?
It's in the 4 years that I've been here, I've noticed that our audience numbers are usually higher when the weather is supposed to be bad. And we gave you all the way ahead on weather. So keep checking out our social media at Litter X, Litter Facebook, Litter Media Facebook, as well as littermedia.com.
Well, do you want to say hi to the folks watching? Give them a shout out?
I don't have all of the names. I just looked at how many were listening. Sugar Bowl finally got played last night, actually yesterday afternoon, a day late, and Notre Dame looked pretty impressive. Georgia, who had won the national championship the last 3 years, not this time. The Fighting Irish, 23-10 winners. I know your dad's happy because he's a big Fighting Irish fan, right?
Yeah, he is.
So now they advance to take on Penn State on January the 9th. The Texas-Ohio State game is on Friday, January the 10th, so separate nights there. High school basketball from littermedia.com last night. The boys, actually two teams that we're going to be seeing on Saturday night lost last night. Fairfield Union boys fell at Washington 50-43. Fairfield Union led earlier in that game. And Hartley handed Hamilton Township their first loss of the season, and they did it in a big way, 80-44. Shekinah Christian over Bern Union. In the OVC boys last night, winners were Portsmouth, Fairland, Ironton, and Chesapeake. On girls basketball side, a big night for Miley Smith of Uniota, 31 points and 10 rebounds as they beat Harvest Prep by 10. Southeastern over Peebles, 41-35. North Adams beat Miami Trace 37-34. Other winners include Fort Fry over New Lexington, Greene, River Valley, Belpre, and a late addition to what you're seeing there. You'll find it on our score page. Vinton County beat Northwest. We never could find a Manchester at Western game. Here's what's on tap tonight on Litter Media Radio. Western at Eastern to open up the SOC 2 season. Remember, there's 3 different divisions in the SOC. Division 2 is like the middle-sized division, and this is an old rivalry in Pike County. Western at Eastern. Dan Ramey will have the call on that. You'll be with him, providing some photos for our website story and our gallery. And then tomorrow night, you, along with BJ Daly, will be with me at Fairfield Union as Hamilton Township takes on the Falcons. Now, Hamilton Township, although losing their first game last night, they're still undefeated in the conference, as is Fairfield Union, unbeaten in the MSL Buckeye. Both air times tonight and tomorrow on Litter Media Radio somewhere around 7:20, so tune in for that.
The Michigan State Spartans are traveling to the Schottenstein Center tonight to face OSU men's basketball. This is at 6 p.m., and this is a big game.
Actually, it's at 8 p.m. Does that say 6 on that graphic?
It might say 8.
Yeah, 8.
I might just not be able to see.
I think the gates open if you're going to the game is 6:30, but the tip-off will be at 8. Ohio State's already 1-1 in the Big Ten, but haven't played a Big Ten game in almost a month. But it's all conference action from here on.
The Columbus Blue Jackets fell last night to the Detroit Red Wings 5-4. And we have some NFL games tomorrow. A doubleheader in the AFC North. Browns will be at the Ravens on Saturday at 4:30. And then following that game, Bengals at Steelers at 8 p.m. And the Bengals need to beat the Steelers to have a chance to go to the playoffs. And then the Broncos need to lose to the Chiefs, and the Dolphins need to lose to the Jets.
And
those two things are not likely.
The Chiefs have already announced that they're starting their backup quarterback.
Right.
So basically, they're just showing up.
They're giving up.
So that is a look at our sports. When we come back, we'll take you back to 1938 with this date in history.
First, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. There's no bill when there's a fill. Contact Litter Quality Propane today about our metered gas service at litterpropane.com.
Big yards, small yards, hilly yards, silly yards. Every yard is unique, and every yard, no matter how much you love it, can be uniquely frustrating to mow. That's why Country Clipper is designed to tackle any obstacle imaginable. It's the perfect mower for even the most imperfect yard. Country Clipper, engineered for easy.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Haynes Total Healthcare Center is celebrating 50 years of serving the chiropractic, physical therapy, and nutritional needs of the community. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on littermedia.com, and it will take you right to their website to learn more. HaynesHealth.com.
All right. We always wrap up with a historical note, and today we take you back to 1938. And the question is, have you ever heard of the March of Dimes?
No.
My. You better tune into these historical sections. Okay. 1938, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Now, the image that you see is a commemoration on the second event, I believe, of this. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, an adult victim of polio, founds the National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis, which he later renamed the March of Dimes Foundation. A predominantly childhood disease in the early 20th century, polio wreaked havoc among children every summer in America. And in subsequent years, the March of Dimes continued to lead lucrative fundraising campaigns that set the model for other health-related foundations. In 1941, the foundation provided funding for the development of an improved iron lung, which helped polio patients to breathe when muscle control of the lungs was lost. And then the March of Dimes appointed Dr. Jonas Salk to lead research for a polio vaccine in 1949. Roosevelt, of course, who passed away in 1945, did not see Salk's development and test of the first successful polio vaccine in 1955. But it all started with the foundation of the March of Dimes on this date in 1938. Polio was, it was a horrible disease. And although it was mostly associated with children, adults could also contract it. And FDR, he got it later. I think he was in his 30s, possibly, late 20s or early 30s when he came down with it. So I guess the start of something good which took many, many years to finally eradicate, but it all started on this date in 1938. That's going to wrap it up for this week. You got anything to add for us?
Be safe.
Yes. Watch yourself out there. Looks good now through Saturday. Sunday afternoon is when we've affectionately come to refer to it as White Death comes in with the snow. Everybody will be heading to the stores to get the milk and bread. And
yeah.
I saw somebody had a post on Facebook where they had a shopping cart full of milk jugs. I mean, full milk jugs. And somebody posted, but where's the bread? Well, there wasn't any room for it because it was filled with milk jugs. So don't panic, folks. We've been through this before. You just got to have some common sense about you. Don't forget to join us tonight and tomorrow night for Litter Media Radio's coverage of area high school basketball. Again, Dan Ramey tonight down at Eastern, where the Eagles host the Western Indians. And then tomorrow night, myself and BJ Daly heading over to Fairfield Union where the Falcons take on Hamilton Township. Until that time, for Aaron Glandon and Dan Ramey, this is Mike Smith saying so long from all of us at Litter Media Live and Litter Media Radio. So long, everyone.